What is up, YouTube? It's me, Rahul, back. I know I said I'd start doing videos normally, and then I disappeared for a week. I had left to Minnesota for a Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving kind of deal, and I did not have the means to record. I will be heading to Florida for Christmas, and I will try to bring my desktop with me. If not, I will try to have some sort of a recording laptop or a rig or something, or bring my phone, or force some of the friends I'm going to hang out with to play Pokemon with me IRL on camera. Maybe get a little bit of fun. Tabletop play is something that I haven't done before, but while I've been gone, I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit of the cool decks that, you know, they evolve with time. Why are certain decks good? Why are certain decks getting better? Mew VMAX is currently reigning the format. If you haven't checked that out, link up here, down there, wherever. Just check out Mew VMAX. A lot of people have deck lists out. A lot of the lists are doing really well. Mew VMAX is probably the undisputed best deck of the format. Rapid Strike Urshifu, I think, is number 2. And then third up, I think Jolteon VMAX or Single Strike is a good tie. So let's talk about Jolteon VMAX today, because I think this is a deck that I have not really featured too much on this channel. It's a very simple deck. It kind of gets the job done where it's supposed to, but it is a deck that I think is very strong. So we'll start off with Jolteon VMAX. What does this card do? Max Thunder Rumble, 100 damage. It does 100 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that already has damage counters on it. Not very alarming, not very shocking, not very great to go home with. It's like very mediocre, middling damage really, and you have free retreat. But that isn't really something to write home about. You have weakness to fighting. But why is this deck good? Baby Jolteon doesn't really do anything, but Zigzagoon, we play 2 copies with the Headbutt Tantrum ability to make sure we get that ping onto the board, make sure we get that damage where it needs to be, kind of start prepping us for that snipes that we need to do with our Max Thunder Rumble. Now there's the coveted Inteleon line. We already know what the Shady Dealings Drizzile does into the quick shooting Inteleon, as well as 1 copy of the Shady Dealings Inteleon. Now this is just going to basically get us rolling, get some damage counters onto the board, help our proc our Max Thunder Rumble, as well as get damage counters where they need to be. But with an Inteleon deck, we obviously have some fun, cool cards we can tech in wherever we want. 1 copy of E-Search, 1 copy of Rope. Kind of the Rope gets us through the Mew VMAX if we need to, as well as the Escape E-Search. The Fan of Waves helps us kind of slow down Mew right now, because that's kind of the biggest deck right now. I was thinking about including a second copy. That's really where I'm kind of struggling on space. But Fan is a very strong card right now because Mew VMAX is so popular, and Mew VMAX lists are playing less and less LS's Sparkle. Therefore, Fan of Waves gets stronger. 3 copies of Incense, 3 copies of Level Ball, and 4 copies of Quick Ball, very standard across the board. 2 copies of Scoop Up Net just to reuse our Zigzagoon, as well as using our Inteleon line. 1 copy of Tool Scrapper to deal with Cape-style decks, as well as just annoying whatevers that could be in our way. 3 copies of Path to the Peak. Now, Path is a very strong card. It's slowing down our opponent. It kind of buys us a lot of time, especially in a deck like this. We have 1 copy of Boss, 2 copies of Cheryl. I would like a 3rd copy, but I think 2 copies is a good number. We can heal 2 times, which really offsets the number of damage that our opponent can do to us, and it puts us in like that weird up-tempo swing. I think this deck starts at like a -1 tempo, especially if we go second, it's like a -2 tempo. So getting those 2 turns of tempo back with Cheryl kind of puts us at an even playing field with how little damage we actually do. 4 copies of Marnie, also kind of like offsetting our opponent wherever we can, buying ourselves some time. 3 copies of Research, also very good to have. I mean, I think these 2 cards in some capacity should be in like every deck. 3 copies of Elemental Badge. This card makes the deck really flow because if it has Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon V in its name, then it's one colorless less, which means Max Thunder Rumble is only a single energy cost, and we play 4 copies of Speed Energy to draw cards, as well as 4 copies of Basic Lightning. So that's the deck. It's very simple. Let's get into some game play. Now, the standard format is really evolving at a breakneck pace. Fusion Strike didn't bring too much, but I think the Brilliant Stars, V-Stars, whatever the next set, our February set, is going to be pretty crazy, and it'll be the herald of our competitive play starting. So by that point, if you guys have already not been subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I think over like 75% of you guys are not subscribed, which is a little bit crazy, because if you guys are just taking the deck list and bouncing, I mean, appreciate the click, I really do, but I would appreciate a subscription as well. But for everyone sticking around, everyone subscribed, I really, really appreciate everything you guys are doing for me. You guys are amazing. Now this matchup, off the bat, I think I see Zacian cards and Zamazenta cards, so this matchup is a little bit hard off the rip, but if we just play our cards correctly and use our Cheryls in a timely manner, as well as our Path to the Peaks, we can burst through these Zamazentas pretty quickly and kind of get where we need to be. Now our opening hand isn't amazing, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of 1 Marnie. I don't really think I need to do too much else. I kind of want to get rid of the other Marnie as well and just force myself into a Research, but I don't want to like stick myself into a play that sucks. But I think getting rid of the Marnie is completely fine. So we can find ourselves a Sobble. We'll go ahead and check for the paths, because a turn 2 path would be super nice. Okay, we've got all those pieces. we're just pigeonholing ourselves into this play because we want to see 7 cards next turn. Yes, Marning a Zacian deck is really good because Zacian decks typically get to Intrepid Sword on turn 1. So we're going to try to do what we can here. A Mew indicates that they're probably playing like a heavier switch build. He's just pitching the Zacian. Maybe he's going full on Zamazenta. No, just thinning. Okay, works for me. If we can get the ping off on one of these on the bench, probably the Zacian, we can start picking it off pretty easily with the Rumble, as long as like an early Intrepid Sword doesn't bode really scary for me. If we can knock out the Mew and put the damage counters onto the Zacian, we're in a really good spot as long as he doesn't hit like 2 metals here off of the Intrepid Sword or something and he gets a free hit into us. Even then, if we can find the Research in the upcoming turn, not the Research, Cheryl, we can kind of heal the board. Now, obviously, here's the Intrepid Sword, kind of the bread and butter of this deck. There's 1 energy that's kind of okay with me. He has to kind of go through a couple of leaps and bounds. Really good top deck here. We can kind of play the game. Okay, I'm really okay with all these cards that we've drawn. This is pretty much exactly what we wanted to see. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves the Jolteon. We are looking for a Drizzile, but we have a bunch of outs to the Drizzile, including level balls, which is why we're doing it this way. So we just need to get a Scoop Up Net, which is really like pretty much the best tool we can find. So we're going to go ahead and get the Drizzile, get the Scoop Up Net. We're going to hold the Scrapper because I believe firmly that we should only Scrapper to get rid of like a cape or something. This balloon doesn't really threaten us too much. So we're going to get this guy back up here, push this guy into the active, get a ping here, and we're going to go ahead and max Thunder Rumble. Boom, boom. Now, he does play copies of Crystal Cave, probably 3, probably 4, which does mitigate our Stadium. So we've already lost the Stadium War, but I think that's like more of a afterthought when coming into this matchup. Yeah, see, our thing gets bumped. The Zamazenta's in the active. This is going to be a little bit of a pain to deal with. I will say that off the rip. That's a little bit annoying because now we have to dig a little bit deeper if we choose to Cheryl this upcoming turn. It might just take away the Cheryl option completely. Also, too important to note, if we can get 2 Inteleons up, 2 quick shooting Inteleons, we will outpace any Crystal Cave healing. So if the other Inteleon has to be shaded healings here, that might be kind of a problem. But we are looking to basically just outpace him on this route. If he misses the attack here, we are like super chilling, I think. Okay, Intrepid Sword again. That's very, very good for me. I will take that every single day of the week. Okay, we're going to go ahead and Inteleon. We top decked the Elemental Badge, which is very good for us. We can get the Evolution here as well. I would like to keep this Cheryl. So we're going to go ahead and actually Scrapper here. I know it's not the capes like we mentioned, but I think he's down 2 balloons, which we could strand him with. And we're going to put him down to a 5-card hand, or 4+1, I guess. So this is a little bit of a detriment to them, whomsoever we are up against. If we can hit a Drizzile off this draw 2, that'd be really nice. Okay, we do. So we can go ahead and Drizzile for the path to the peak. And we're going to go ahead and set up another Sobble as well. I see no reason not to, just because Drizzile is such an important part of our strategy. So we get the second path. Now this is a little bit of a risky strategy just because there's a chance that this path doesn't stick. And now we're down to 1 last path to take care of the Zamazenta. But we're going to go ahead and all in onto this Zacian. Kind of hoping he doesn't have the Crystal Cave here. Because if he does, then this gets healed out of knockout range. And this kind of gets healed as well. But if we find another path or like a ping, we can start targeting these. The biggest issue is the fact that this path to the peak, if it gets bumped and he gets to heal a bunch of cards, can get really scary for us. Pokegears. Wow, that's actually an interesting... I guess because of the Mew, that makes sense. But the Pokegear build here is a little bit high rolly. I think he missed the energy. That would be kind of nuts. And we do clinch it. Now that matchup, as you guys can see, is very scary and very close just because of the intricacies of Zamazenta and how good Zamazenta is into this current format. So Zamazenta being what it is, you guys definitely have to be wary of what it can do at any given point in the metagame. Now with V-Stars coming out, I think that'll kind of make Zamazenta really not good, I guess. So, I mean, it's already like on the verge of being kind of phased out with what cards are out. But yeah, let's get another game in, see how the deck functions for you guys. I am excited to continue being back and making content. Let me know what kind of tabletop games you guys would like to see in the comments below. When I'm in Florida, if there's any 1Ks, any like locals or something, I'll go try and get like a camera down, get a couple of games recorded, maybe bring them over to the channel, and I'll do my own commentary over them. If you guys have any games that you would like me to, like if you have any footage that whoever has filmed it approves, I could also do like VOD reviews here for you guys on this channel. That is something I've always wanted to do. Or I can make a second VOD review channel, but I feel like that's a little bit, I don't need to do that kind of thing. Oh, grass sleeves, but it's a Meowth. Interesting bait. It's Leafeon. Okay, so he's playing Leafeon, I think. I don't know how this matchup is meant to go. I think we're okay because of how, like, few, like, retreat up. Like, we don't get stuck by retreat, I guess. Yeah, but it's Leafeon. This hand is a little bit sad because we're going to have to discard this Inteleon. And we get rid of two lightnings, which kind of sucks also. So there's a pretty good chance that we... Snowleaf Badge, okay, interesting. There's a pretty good chance we just have to research and hope for the best. This play indicates maybe they're just looking to boss or something turn 2. They didn't, do anything really else? Okay, cool. That was a great start. Okay, research. We're going to have to pitch these guys anyway. We could have waited a turn, I guess, but I think we're okay just not waiting. Okay, we're going to go ahead and quick ball for another Jolteon just to get it onto the board. We do have a lot of good pieces for us. I don't want to like retreat or do anything here. I don't think this 20 damage matters whatsoever. So we're just going to do this, smack it down, and pass. The reason we don't bump the Galar Mine here is because we do have the Path to the Peak in hand for the upcoming turn. And we have the Elemental Badge as well. So if he hits into this Jolteon, for example, I can kind of set up a new one. And bumping the Galar Mine will give me free retreat. I don't know if necessarily getting rid of the Snowleaf Badge is good because they probably play Tool Jammer. Like, if I had to guess, there's probably Tool Jammer in this deck. I don't understand what the Meowth is for, however. That's the only thing. Whoa. Single Strike Mustard. Oh. What's going on, what's going on there? What's that? What's that all about? Do we got something spicy? Am I about to get rocked by something? I hope this guy has his list open after this so I can steal it. What? I would never steal a list to learn. I would never find a tech on PTCGO ladder a week before the World Championships named Fighting Dojo and then play it in my deck and get 30th place. And all jokes aside, that is how you get like a lot of inspiration. Just playing Pokemon on ladder, playing just Pokemon in general, you'll see a lot of cool ideas. Obviously, if an idea like this works, there's no reason to sit down and like, perfect it, right? Like I could sit down and figure out what the intricacies of this are and like kind of figure out how to perfect this kind of a list. If it's good, if it's like just an idea, then we just move past it and go next, But I really do like ideas like this. I think it's very, very cool when ideas like this take fruition. Now, he did not do anything this turn, and there's also a Leafeon on the board for me to kind of hit. So this seems like a really good scenario for me. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I don't want to get rid of this because of the potential of Tool Jammer. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and draw some cards. Okay, we've got the level balls. We've got the ping. We've got whatever we need. So let's go ahead and do this. We only have one Inteleon, and it is Shady Dealings in deck. So let's do this. We're going to need to get an Evolution Incense. That seems to be a very good card here for us. Now we've got our Max Thunder Rumble in the jungle. The Jolteon, the King of Jolts. Now we can ping it here as well. The other options are to take out one of the support mons, but I think just going after the attackers is the best line here. We can bench this. We don't have to really do anything else with our hand. We have a Level Ball and an Inteleon, so we can kind of go ahead and Max Thunder Rumble in the jungle. Now this sets us up for a next turn research, probably. Like grass. I guess Max Leaf is the best damage they can do, and now evolving it. I don't know if that's right. You don't put another 3. You should not put another 3-prizer into play. I don't like that. That's not okay. But Shady Dealings comes into play. So the best 2 items for them to grab are probably Jammer and like a Center Lady or like a healing card. And then they can go ahead and Max Leaf the active, kind of mitigating my entire last turn, which would really suck, I'll be honest. But that is their best play. I've done 3 research, so I'm out of research. So all I have left is Marnie's. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. I mean, I guess they could go for like a play to get the whatever their single strike mon is, whatever I'm supposed to be, I guess, scared of. What would it be? What could it possibly be? Is it like a dark type? Dude, I told you guys. I told you guys there's a jammer. I told you guys there's a jammer. That's why we don't get rid of it. Okay, now we get that guy down. A Drizzile comes into play. I guess he could go ahead and jammer my active if he retreats this into this. But that doesn't do anything really. Because he can't attack this turn. Or can he? Does he have E-switches maybe? Oh, he's just gonna swing with Max Leaf. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's a play. That's definitely a play. This still gives me the option to retreat if I want to. And if I top deck like I don't know. Lightning energy, I can Cheryl. Okay, that's pretty good too. So now I can also Cheryl, which I'm going to go ahead and do. I think actually Cheryling would probably lose me the game because of how dead my hand is. So we're going to go ahead and just grab ourselves one of our 4 beautiful Marnies. Now, what one of these beautiful 4 Marnies brings to the table here is, well, we know that he has the rest of the Inteleon line in his hand. So getting rid of this is pretty good. And now we have the Drizzile for next turn. We can not retreat because I made an oopsie. I mean, I guess we could still... No, I think I put that Sobble down this turn. Did I not? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. I was like, I think I made an oopsie in how I played this out because of the stadium. But this works out pretty swimmingly. We can get out of the active. We can run. We can go ahead and ping the active. We can spread the damage once again. Now, the biggest mistake I think my opponent is currently making is the fact that this is going to be a free 3 prizes. Nothing that they can do will probably deal with this. So even though they can hit me and heal the 30 here, they can't really deal with the consequences of these free 3 prizes coming my way. Now, what does that mean? Well, I don't have to work as hard. That's pretty much all it means. I mean, I think just giving me the Leafeon here would have been fine because I would have taken 2 prizes here. You get to keep the jammer. It's pretty impossible to set up a new Leafeon. Yeah, it's pretty impossible to set up a new Leafeon, right? Like I don't know. Maybe they play Cheryl. Maybe if they play Cheryl, then I would get absolutely rocked here. That would be pretty bad for me. I would have to say. All things considered, if they play Cheryl, my goose is probably cooked. But it looks like a simple boss play into the Jolteon knockouts. Now, I can't bench this guy now due to boss Inteleon, I guess, loses me the game. So I can't bench another Jolteon. So I'm stuck with 1 Jolt now. But I think that carries us. Like, right? We just take these 2 prizes, or 3 prizes. We hit the active, and then they get to run away. But unless they Cheryl the entire Jolt or Leafeon, there's like no play to be made. I don't know. I feel like OB. Persistent Sting. If your opponent has any special energy attached, it is knocked out. That is a very cool attack. That is a very cool card. I am a huge fan, actually. That's cool. I'm going to try that later. I'm going to see if this list is available to steal. So if you guys see this in tomorrow's video, you didn't see it. So I should not be attaching special energy. So let's go ahead and Marnie. If you guys see this, you didn't. Okay, thank you. So we can go ahead and start with a fan. Boom. That puts us like super far ahead now because now he has to, like, he needs 2 turns to power this up anyway, so he can't run away from me. And then I get the free 3 prizes here. This goes down to effectively any attack kills it. So he has to hope that I don't have an energy card and he can Tool Jammer me, but I'm holding the special energy in hand. And I have the E badge. So the Tool Jammer has to come down this turn, but he put it preemptively down on this guy. So maybe he doesn't have it anymore. I mean, fingers crossed he doesn't, but this game is actually very tight. This is a lot tighter than I would have liked it to be. But that is the kind of crux of Jolteon. You win a lot of close games just because you're not doing a million bajillion damage like everything else in the format. It's probably going to be a boss stall play here. I can attach this to anything, right? Yeah, Pog. Okay, cool. Anything against 2 retreat? Nope, we're okay. Boss, and then pass probably. Boss and Greening Cells, I think, is the play here. Boss, attach, Tool Jammer, Greening Cells would be how I lose. I don't think retreating helps you. Yeah. Just a knockout? Okay, I mean, that means I just win. Okay. Well, that seems like a little bit of a give-up strategy. Don't know what that's all about, but that is well played. That is a knockout. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I've really been appreciating this slow growth that I've been having after returning to the community, and I will be continuing my climb of the PTCGO ladder, or whatever you call it, the competitive scene. 3 months till competitive comes back. Get all of your content here. March 18th, first regionals. I will take you guys to the top with me. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the love. Coaching link in the description. TCG Player Affiliate link in the description. I'll do a short video explaining what that is later, but I appreciate and love all of you guys. See you guys tomorrow.